Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Life in 5. Today we are in Paris, well outside of Paris. We are at Disneyland Paris. And it is kind of the end of our trip. We're gonna spend today and tomorrow here. We'll be staying at one of the resorts here. We have a stay at the Newport Club. And so we're gonna hit the parks today and then we will hit them again tomorrow. So let's go in and have a good day. As you can see, the castle is definitely different than it is at the other parks. Much bigger than the original Disneyland. And a lot different look than that at Disney World. Because we are staying at the on-property hotel, we get magic hours or extra hours. So we're in the park. We got in about 30 minutes before the park opens to the general public today. So it is less crowded. So we're gonna try to hit up some of the big rides. The first ride we're gonna try to go to is Big Thunder. Katya came here once before in 2017, I think it was. And at that time, there were 3 rides she wanted to go on. There was Big Thunder, Space Mountain, and Pirates of the Caribbean, and all 3 of them were closed. So that is our goal, to get those. And of course, they're the most popular rides. It is supposed to rain while we're here. Around noon, it's supposed to start torrential rains. But that's why we're gonna hit these up, because the park is still fairly open. But once the general public comes in and the rain starts, who knows? Now this Big Thunder is different than the others in that it's actually an island out in the middle of the rivers. I know at Disneyland in California, it's the Rivers of America, but I don't know, is it called the Rivers of America here? I don't think it's the Rivers of France. We don't know what the rivers are called here.
I'm so good at the shooting gallery.
She's good at the shooting gallery, she said. I'm actually surprised they still have the shooting gallery here. Oh, they've got shirts, but we're not looking at those right now. Big Thunder Mountain, 20-minute wait. A little bit better shot of Big Thunder out there. Here we go, girls. So what'd you think, Katya? Is it better than the other ones?
It's longer.
It is longer. At the end, you go screaming through this tunnel in the dark. It's much different than any of the others. It's a great ride. We're headed over to Adventureland now. Gonna try to hit the Indiana Jones ride. I don't think the line probably gets too long for that one. However, with the rain, we just don't know if it'll stay open later. So we'll go hit it now. Adventureland. You can hear the music. We're approaching. We see the ride here. This one's actually an outdoor coaster style ride. Just went by. And there's the sign for Indiana Jones et le Temple du Peril. Doesn't sound as threatening, I think. The wait is only 5 minutes right now, so it should pretty much be walk on. We love a good walk-on attraction, especially when it's a good ride. Snakes! Why did it have to be snakes? What did you think of the ride?
Liked it.
It's kind of a little bit like a wild mouse style ride. I will say, whoever's working the brakes at the end, like you come into the thing and you just like stop, like, oh, So just beware of that. Making our way over to Pirates next, I believe. There's the Pirate Galleon, which is closed. But that's okay, because I think it's more for kids to play in. We did not grab a park map, and I haven't pulled it up on the phone because I think it's kind of fun to come to the park where it is laid out a bit differently. We have a general idea where some things are, but you kind of get the old school feeling of when I was a kid. You go to Disney and you just kind of explore and find things as you go. And that's kind of what we're doing. I love it. I think we may have found Pirates over here, it looks like. It says it's 5 minutes. Here's the restaurant in the ride.
Les gars, c'est de l'or que je veux. Qui dit mieux? Une fois?
Tu connais cette chanson au perroquet? Chante avec nous si le cœur t'en dit.
So we finished Pirates. The ride there's a lot of similarities, but there is some differences. Like in the one in California, for example, you start with the dead pirates and then go to live pirates, whereas here it is the opposite. But outside, instead of barrels of rum, they've got barrels of Coke. Now we are headed into Fantasyland. Don't know if we're just gonna pass through or head over maybe to Space Mountain. We'll see. They have a building dedicated just to meeting Mickey Mouse in Fantasyland. Popcorn cart. They have different options, and you can get salty or sweet popcorn. And look who's making it. It's Mr. Toad, hard at work. We are just passing through Fantasyland, but we did pick up popcorn. My wife has off and on collected popcorn buckets, so they got these interesting little, I don't know, popcorn pouch is almost what I'd call it. It's like a little cloth deal. So we got that, but we're making our way over to Space Mountain.
Space.
So we're walking through, and there's this restaurant, the Pizzeria Bella Notte, and I think it's a nod to Lady and the Tramp. But it's funny because you come over here and you look at the menu. There's no pizza. There's lasagna and 2 spaghetti. So why is it a pizzeria? Now, Disneyland Paris, they do not have Tomorrowland. They have Discovery Land, which is kind of a steampunk, retro-futuristic version, I suppose. It's the Space Mountain, which is now Hyper Space Mountain. When the park originally opened, this was based on Jules Verne's Journey to the Moon. However, you know, as Disney has done, they had to tie it to one of their IPs. So it's now tied to Star Wars, which I don't know how well that works with the motif on the outside, but I think the ride itself is pretty much the same, with probably just some X-Wing and TIE Fighter overlays on the inside. So originally, when you would get on, you would come out and it would load you into the cannon before you'd get shot out. So I'm interested to see if they still do that as part of the Hyper Space Mountain. I'm thinking they may not. So what did you think?
I liked it.
Was it what you expected?
No.
No. How did you do?
Nothing came up. So
Nothing came up. It is definitely different than the other Space Mountains. Would you agree?
yes.
You do have a loop and a corkscrew. Decided to get some breakfast. We got a couple of Darth Vader waffles. It's okay. It's not the best waffle I've ever had, but it's edible. They have the Video Police, or Videopolis Theater. It's a real throwback to the late 80s, early 90s at Disneyland in California. I remember as a young teenager, probably 13, 14, that was when they had what they were trying to sell as a nightclub at Disneyland for teenagers. It's a kind of a place to hang out. Videopolis. I wasn't very cool or into nightclubs, so I didn't really get it. Probably not really cool or get it now either, though. We are making our way now back over to Frontierland. We're gonna go to Phantom Manor. That's the other ride. You're upset because your mother's using a map? Yeah, I thought we were just randomly exploring stuff. That was our deal today. Anyways, we're gonna go to Phantom Manor. That is the equivalent of the Haunted Mansion here. Katya says she doesn't remember it, and she wants to go. That's the other, I guess, key ride she wants to hit at the Disneyland park. And then I guess we can go home.
No.
No. Welcome to Thunder Mesa. The Haunted Mansion definitely has a different look here. Looks more like the Bates Hotel from Psycho. Here, the steamship is called the Molly Brown, so I guess it would be unsinkable. And across the water, you've got good old Big Thunder coming by. That might be the spot where they took people's pictures. I think I saw flashes. Phantom Manor. Now, if I remember correctly, there are some similarities, but there are some drastic differences with this version of the ride as opposed to what we have in America. But I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see any Jack Skellington. That I would be almost positive of.
Perhaps you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Hélas, les choses ne sont pas toujours ce qu'elles paraissent. Tous les contes n'ont pas de fin heureuse.
It appears everyone is doomed at Phantom Manor.
We have completed the Phantom Manor, and as I said, I kind of remembered there were some similarities to the original, but there were some differences, especially when you go out of the manor. You go into, instead of the cemetery, you go into like a whole ghost town, and it's kind of free. What do you think? Did you like it, or did you not like it, or do you not really know?
I liked it. It was pretty cool.
Was it better than the other?
I wouldn't say it was better, but I wouldn't say it was worse. I think
it's a little more ghoulish than the ones
Yeah.
in the States. Especially at the end, you have like some skeletons climbing out, and
the
you know that
guy
weird
is
demon
kinda
dog
creepy.
thing. But anyway, all right. Well, we'll wander around. I think up here, just past the manor, there's some other things that are different. So we'll take a peek over here. Over here we have a cemetery. And you can see the steamer running by. And then over this way, you've got geysers and all kinds of natural features typically associated with the American West. I think it's been decided we're gonna swap over to the other park because we do have hopper tickets and they have a second park. So as we're headed down Main Street, there's one thing I remember. This made me laugh from last time, and it's still here. Dr. Beardsley Camel Hair Health Underwear. That's funny. They have a Main Street Police Department car you can ride in down towards the castle. You've got Casey's Corner. You can go in and get your old-fashioned hot dog. No corn dogs, though, unfortunately. This makes me laugh. It says, the bases are loaded with delicious American fare and in this baseball-themed diner. None of those really look like American hot dogs I've ever had. Coca-Cola. It's the hit that saves the day. Off to the side of Main Street, down one of the little courts halfway, they have the Liberty Court. We're gonna go in and see what it is. Katya doesn't know that there's anything in here.
Bien entendu, il faut dire que c'est un travail qui peut vous surprendre. Mais allons, que sans le soutien technique de Monsieur Fay.
So they have these little galleries down the backside of Main Street, which is kind of nice during parades or rain. Going to Disney Adventure World for the first time ever that we've been. Went to the old park when it was Disney Studios. It wasn't great then. Yeah, originally this park, when they built it, they were contractually obligated to build it, and they really cheaped out. Like, the layout is horrible, or it was. I think they're trying to fix it. But the problem is, when you start out with a bad thing, it's hard to fix. And it's not that this park does not have any good attractions, because they did add some better attractions as the years went on. Like, this is where the Ratatouille ride was put in for the first time. They have the Tower of Terror. I think it's still Tower of Terror here. They have, well, they had Rock and Roller Coaster. Now it's been rethemed for Avengers. But it's the layout and the theming just is where I think a lot of there was not a lot of thought. It was just, we'll just put something here and there you go. But we're gonna go into the equivalent of the Main Street section, which I thought this was weird before, and I still think it's probably weird now. And I'm not sure if they did this because it rains a lot or some other reason, just maybe to hide the front of the park. But it's supposed to be like you're walking down, I guess, a main Hollywood Boulevard, I suppose. So as you come through the, I don't know, Hollywood Street or whatever it is, you can see this is what the first view of the park is. So you've got Crush's Coaster here. This is gonna be the longest wait in the park. And you've got some Cars themed rides here. So I guess we're kind of in the Pixar area. This is like an up house theme. And this looks like a discount version of Radiator Springs at California Adventure. Someone's very excited about something. And then you've got a Toy Story Land up here. You can see Buzz Lightyear. And like a little parachute drop themed ride as well. The other entrance to Toy Story Playland. See the direction to the world of Frozen, Toy Story Playland, and Avengers Campus. The Land of Frozen, or I don't know, Frozen Land, whatever it's called, that just opened a couple months ago. I think it was in March that opened up. So it is still a new area of the park. They have a ride that is, I guess, the premier ride. It's similar to what is at Epcot. It used to be Maelstrom, and now it's the, I don't know, the Arendelle ride, whatever they call it. It's a boat ride you go through with Anna and Elsa. Oh, I don't know. We'll see if we get on that or not. I think we've got the key things done at the start of this morning. So the next day and a half will just kind of be to explore and see what we want to do. So you can see across the river, or the lake, I guess, Arendelle, or the world of Frozen. You can see that there's definitely been a lot more effort and thought to theme and lay this out. Probably cost more money for sure, but you know, it'll be interesting to see if they fill out the rest of this, because there is, you know, the main attraction over there. We just passed the Tangled ride. So they have a new area. It is nice, it's themed, but I don't see a ton of things to do, I guess. I think they do a show out here, probably similar to World of Color at California Adventure, where they project onto the water and that kind of thing. But anyway, interesting to see how they're trying to change and improve the park. Frozen Ever After. My understanding is it's essentially the same ride you've got at Epcot. I could be wrong. I haven't been on it. I guess we'll find out if we go on it. So the wait is 65 minutes for Frozen, or we can go on the Avengers ride and the wait says it's 10 minutes. So we're gonna go walk back to the Avengers ride. But now people have got some food, and I think we're in a little bit better shape. We are back over at the front of the park. We're at the Avengers campus. This is the Avengers Assemble. I believe this used to be Rock and Roller Coaster, and it's just been rethemed. We'll see. That's what we're gonna go on now. It doesn't have a long wait. And it started raining quite heavily, actually. You see I've got my poncho on, mostly to protect my camera. So hopefully it doesn't continue to rain like it was earlier. But yeah, we'll go up here. See if this is Rock and Roller Coaster or something else, basically.
Votre mission, piloter ces véhicules et détourner les missiles de la Terre.
Right. You'll be joining us on the mission. Tony's built a transponder that the missile's targeting system will lock onto. He's loaded the transponders into his hypersonic vehicles. So you'll fly the hypersonics and draw the missiles away from the planet.
So we went on it. What'd you think?
It was good. I liked it.
It was Rock and Roller Coaster, just rethemed, right? More or less.
Yeah.
My favorite part, because we got to see Captain Marvel and Iron Man. My favorite part was when Iron Man said, "Hova zibba."
Oh, that part was funny.
It was funny because she does the English and he does the French. I think it's because she was the cheapest Marvel actor to get that they could do English, and they probably just got whoever does the translation for Robert Downey Jr. to be Iron Man. That's my pick. All right, where are we off to now?
Tower of Terror.
Maybe. I think we've had a change of plans. While we're right here, we might hit up Spider-Man. You can go single rider, and it's only a 15-minute wait.
Ça nous permet de développer des trucs incroyables, comme ces petits speederboats par exemple. Regardez, c'est super, ils peuvent même se dupliquer tout seuls. Se dupliquer tout seuls? Parce qu'ils sont incroyables.
It's like the girls went. So, how was your Spider-Man adventure?
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Got it. It's pretty much the same thing, except Spider-Man is Spider-Man. We are going to make our way to the Tower of Terror. My daughter loves this ride. Oh yeah, she's wearing a hoodie. Hollywood Tower Hotel. So yeah, I guess this is what we're gonna do now. Looks like the lobby of the Hollywood Tower Hotel needs a little fixing upping and a dusting.
My brain.
We need some housekeeping here, please. We get a feather duster. So I am not the biggest fan of drop rides. I'm not afraid of heights. I don't have an issue with that. But these things where it takes you up and then drops you, not generally my cup of tea. Fortunately for me, my daughter loves them. So here we are. Well, I survived the Tower of Terror. And now you can see I got my poncho on because it is starting to rain quite a bit out there. And we have to head back over to Disneyland Park for our dinner reservation. Gonna go have a dinner at Walt's. We have braved the weather and made it over to Disneyland Paris Park. You can see there seems to be a lot more people coming down Main Street towards the entrance than there are going up towards the castle. I think the weather is putting a downer on people's plans. So we have made it to Walt's Restaurant. It's halfway down Main Street. Now in the lobby, it's kind of cool because they have all of these old cool family photos from Walt. You can see, you know, different ones of him either at his desk, working, but you can also see them with his family. Like here's his parents, and then him as a boy with his sister Ruth. Then once they call our name, we get to head upstairs to the restaurant. And one of the kind of cool things about this, with it being upstairs, you can sometimes get a window seat, which we were fortunate enough to do. And you get to look down on Main Street, which you don't really get at Disneyland. So this was a lot of fun, especially while it rained and we got to watch people dodge the rain, and we were just perfectly content. Now we got a 3-course meal. Katya got with the chicken pot pie appetizer. Tanya went with the pea and spinach soup that was seasonal. And then I went with the Walt salad. For the main course, Katya had mac and cheese with pastrami. Tanya had the grilled chicken. And then I went with Walt's chili, which is like a deconstructed Walt's chili. And the chili comes in this little cup, and then you pour it out with the rice and the rest of the toppings. So certainly a different type of experience. You like it? How's your chicken? It's good. I hope you enjoy your Mother's Day lunch or dinner. I guess it's dinner now, isn't it? And then for the desserts, Katya had the pineapple upside down cake. Tanya had the vegan brownie. And I had like a Napoleon type pastry. It's kind of cool. They have all of these photos. They have the Los Angeles Times from the opening day of Disneyland. Photos from opening day. So it was a good meal. Everyone really enjoyed their food. Surprisingly enough, the dessert was probably the biggest disappointment, I think, for everyone. But overall, it was really good. And it was a good experience. Plus, it helped us stay out of the rain. But that time is over, so now we're gonna go get wet. We have made it back over to Disney Adventure World. The line for Frozen is a little bit shorter. We're gonna do single rider. We can get on in 15 minutes. So that is our next ride we're gonna do.
Elsa wants to give us all some fun. She's making everyone a snowy summer day. For the first time in forever, we get to share this frozen fun.
We have ridden the Frozen Ever After. It's the same ride as in Florida.
The animatronics are really good though.
Yeah, but I think they changed them in Florida too. I heard they changed the faces like that.
Yeah,
so
they're not like the
I think it's exactly the same as in Florida, with the exception of a few things in French. And if you don't speak French, that doesn't help you.
I think it was shorter.
You think the ride was a little shorter?
Slightly shorter.
She thinks it's slightly shorter. And there were no puffins. So, if you've been on that one, I would tell you don't wait 70 minutes. It's not worth that to me. Maybe it is to you, but anyway. All right, we've got a few more hours before the park closes. Hopefully the rain will stay subsided. And yeah, let's see what else we can find. We're gonna go on the Cars road trip. This is one that is an original ride here. It was a re-theming of the Catastrophe Canyon. I don't think it was a backlot tour. But that's the main attraction of this ride, frankly. You know who we're about to see? We're about to see the coolest. So big, it's nuts. Did you ever go on Catastrophe Canyon at MGM Studios?
I don't think so.
Not that you remember?
Not that I remember.
Do you remember doing this last time?
No.
Well, you've done it. But this is just like Catastrophe Canyon from the old MGM. That's exciting stuff.
Dynaco.
Dynaco. Well, that part's not from Catastrophe Canyon. Ooh, that's more. The rain's really coming down now. What'd you think of the Catastrophe Canyon there?
It's cool.
It was fun. I think you liked the fire, didn't you?
It was very warm.
Yeah, on a cold day, it's nice. Mater has made his own iFuel tower. I kind of feel like that's something you might actually see on one of those old back roads back home. Let's get Tanya's take here. So what did you think about the ride?
I mean, other than the canyon, it was kind of
She said that was kind of a lame ride. But if you have the nostalgia for Catastrophe Canyon, I think you'll like it. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point that area gets redeveloped into something new. We're now in France. Get it? We're now in France. We're gonna go on the Ratatouille. Kind of sounds like rat and patootie. Rat patootie. She loves dad jokes.
Que manigancez-vous?
Well, that was pretty quick. We took the single rider line and we were in the first car, so like 10 minutes we were in and out. They've changed it. It used to be 3D where you had the glasses. It's better now that they have made it where you don't have those. At least if you get motion sickness. So. All right. What do you want to go on, the Crush Coaster or the RC thing?
Well, do I pick one?
Just pick what we're doing next.
I don't care.
You don't care. All right, well. So we are leaving Paris and heading back into Disneyland Paris. My daughter has been excited to go on Crush's coaster, so we're going to go do that one. My wife will not be riding it. She doesn't want to do the spin on the coaster. But last time we did this, we had problems, but hopefully we'll have better luck this time. Waiting to get in. We were in line for about 10 minutes, maybe 15, and the line seemed to stop moving, and I asked my daughter, I said, is it broken down? She said, no, it's still moving. Not 2 minutes later, it looks like it broke down. We waited a few minutes longer, and we're gonna call it. Maybe we can try again tomorrow. We're gonna head back into Disneyland Park. The park closes at 10:40. But we have, I don't know, maybe an hour left before it closes, where we're going to try to get a couple things done, because tomorrow we have to catch the train. Probably have to leave the park by 8, so this will be the only time for us to chance to see the castle at night or anything like that. So we're going to go over there, check it out, maybe hit a ride or two, before we go back to the hotel for the evening. One of the things that is really strange about coming here is I've been to Disneyland and even Disney World so many times. You know, there's a lot of things that are familiar about it. However, it's different. And, you know, like the candy shop is normally on that side of the street, and it's not there like it is at Disneyland. And, you know, I don't think they have the cinema here. So it's just strange to come, and it's like, I know this, but I don't know this. I don't know. I guess if you've never been, you know, like to Disneyland a bunch of times, you might not understand what I'm saying, but if you have, you might have an idea. We were headed to Small World, however, we walked by Peter Pan. Because of the fireworks, it's so hard to get back here. It is like a walk-on. So we've decided we're going to do Peter Pan. Pretty amazing, there's like nobody over here. We have just a couple minutes left to make it on Small World. And then I think the park will be closed. We'll probably come out when fireworks will be either going or done. But it's worth it to walk on rides. We might be able to fit on the boat. It's gonna be tight. So you will notice we are here, all three of us in one row. We fit. There's no one behind us. That's kind of weird. Not only that, there's nobody in front of us. We have a whole boat, and we sat in one row. What's wrong with us? These people. We were the last ones off of Small World. We watched them close the ride. And now we're making our way down the path. I just saw some fireworks going off. Looks like the security is following us to make sure that the park is cleared. I've never had a security escort out of the park before. I've usually followed the rules. This is a pathway that leads kind of back around through Discovery Land. I've been over here before when we came. It's interesting because it's like there's just nothing here connecting this area of the park but this walkway. And they've closed the gate. Making our way back to the hotel for the night. We have not been here since we dropped off our bags early this morning. And we didn't get the text with our room number, so hopefully we'll get up there and get to bed as soon as possible so we can start early in the morning. So we'll have another day here, and then we'll be taking the train tomorrow night up to Brussels. So we'll pick up our bags, go to the room, and then we will start again. So we made it to our room. Here's a little sneak peek. You can see the New England accents, the nautical theme. And I think that is going to do it for our adventure today. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with another adventure tomorrow when we're back at the park. But until then, happy travels. We are at the hotel. We finally found our room. Figured I'd show you how big this place is. part of the way down the hall to our room.